Hey, Bayek, it's me, and we're here again. Yes, it just goes quicker and quicker, doesn't it? Well, here we are. It's SFX review time for July 2023. This is the July issue, crikey. So I won't try and go on too long, but you know me, once I get going. But we're going to look through what's in here and yeah, let's get on with it. The cover is by a series called The Witcher, which I know is very popular, but I've never seen it. To be honest, I don't know much about it at all. I think it has been popular, but there we are. Shows you how much I know. Then we've got here, which is going to be perhaps one of the most talked about things coming up, the Indiana Jones movie. There's quite a bit in here about it. It's a lot of people have been totally underwhelmed in their sort of anticipation for this movie. So it'd be interesting to see what the reactions are. Then we've got here, now this, to me, all this fuss, I've just started to watch Black Mirror. Fantastic. It's the most exciting thing out. Yes, I don't want to go on too much. Black Mirror, quality writing, it's exciting, it doesn't feel tired. Great. Then we've got here more about Star Trek. This is good. We've got interviews with Anson Mount and yeah, I know he's definitely in interview with him. We'll have a look when we get there. But there's more about season 2, which is now being transmitted. It's just, I think we've had the first episode. We're probably going into the second episode. We may well have the second episode now. Then we've got about Doctor Who. This is about this new, I think there's a new comic being released with Missy in, and then there's about this doomsday thing. There's been all sorts of bits and pieces going on. Then we've got this new Marvel series, Secret Invasion, which is I think just been released. And then got something called Foundation, Season 2 Secrets. I don't know really anything about that. Plus, I think there's a lot more reviews and interviews and stuff in there. So, well, let's get on with it. What have we got? Right. Let's get through. Oh, yeah. Now, we've got here, this is in cinemas in August, 18th of August. It is called The Blackening. It's what I can say, it's a kind of a horror comedy. I don't know. I've not really heard much about it. But anyhow, that film is coming out. Then we have got from a series on Stars, it's from 16th of June, Outlander. It must be another season of that. Again, I know absolutely nothing much about this. Time traveling, historical, it does look interesting. But so many of these TV series, you can't keep up with them. Then there's a Marvel comic feature here, new comic. It looks all the usual kind of stuff that you expect from Marvel. There it is. And what else have we got here? Oh yeah, this is the Black Demon. Oh, this is available, it says, on Blu-ray and DVD 10th of July. I think it's a shark movie. Yeah. Oh, you shark people. You can't beat a good shark film, you say? A lot of you seem rather interested in them. Oh, crikey, we've got this. This is, what is it? It's DreamWorks. It's a film called Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. Oh my, look at that. Yes, I don't think I need to say anything about that, but I think you can tell what I think of it already. That is out in the cinemas the 30th of June. Yes. Yeah, terrible. Next, we've got here a game. Now, for you gaming fans, this might be of real interest. There's an Aliens game called Aliens Dark Descent. Now, if you're interested in your games, that might be quite a big game. I don't know, but there it is, connected with the Aliens film. Then we've got, what else have we got here? Now, on Prime, there's a black comedy, a Sweeney Todd adaptation called The Horror of Dolores Roach. Yes, that's on the 7th of July. Could be interesting. I don't know. So many of these series, as you always wonder, don't you? But there might be some good ones among there. Then we've got more about the this space and time Doctor Who Doomsday. I've got to confess, I'm not that impressed, but it's just a bit more of it. I'm not sure when it's linked with a game or it didn't really. And there's the comic as well, with Missy. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. This is then more back to more celebrations. We've got here, for instance, Fraser Hines has written Evil of the Daleks. It's coming out in his version of it, I presume. There it is. Then we've got this looks like a time traveling story, all in these costumes. There they are, the 15th Doctor. Yep. And looked interesting. What else have we got? Yeah, we've got here about the sad death. It's a tribute of Ray Austin, who was like a stuntman who became a director. Was very much involved in series as like the Avengers there, with Dinah Rigg as Emma Peel. It's quite an interesting tribute to him there. And then we have got, here's what some of you have been waiting for, but you haven't. We've got on to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. There we are. So, that's quite a good shot, actually, I suppose you could say. A good image. And then we're going through, there's quite a lot about the film and publicising it. And, yes. Is it a film too far? Oh, it must be better than the last one. And then we've got more. This. They're certainly pushing it. Even more. Yep. And more again. Yep. And then we have got The Witcher, which, if you're interested in The Witcher, there it is. And more again about it. I presume it's on one of the streaming sites, I presume. I don't know which one. There is, again, quite a lot. There's quite a lot of interviews with the cast and what have you. Then we have got the interview with Anson Mount. And of course, how could I forget? Shows you I'm going back. Ethan Peck, of course, as Mr. Spock. It's an interview with both of them. Yes. Oh, yes. Ethan Peck. Oh, plays the role really well. Really getting into that. Yeah, there's lots here. This is good. No, this is exciting stuff. And this, yep. Well, if you remember last month, we had quite a lot on the previewing the series, and now it's been transmitted now. And there's lots about it. Fantastic. I love it. They're giving it a really good coverage. Yeah. Because whether the writer's strike is going to affect the third season, I don't know. But anything's possible. Oh, now we get on to one of the Black Mirror stories. Black Mirror, because I'm just loving it. This is one of the space stories. I think the one in there. I haven't seen that. I've only seen one at the moment, but I'm soon be. I'm just going to sail through them. I know there's only 5 of them to do. There's more about behind the scenes and about the filming of this story. Yeah, this looks excellent stuff. And I'm very impressed with what I've already seen. Yeah, this is this space story. That looks amazing as well. There's always something just extra special about these Black Mirrors. I know there will probably be cynics who'll be saying, hey, it's not as good as it was. From what I've just seen, I think the writing is really good. Now we move back into the Marvel Universe again. And here we have, of course, it's the Secret Invasion. It's a Nick Fury story, yeah. So I suppose that might, with Samuel L. Jackson, hopefully be of good quality. Let's hope so. Because you just don't get that feeling anymore with Marvel, I don't think. The cynic in me now is becoming, I'd rather have something fresh like the Black Mirror stories. But it might be good. I don't know. I know. Next, we've got an Asimov adaptation. Isaac Asimov story, Foundation. Crikey. This is... this could well be an Apple TV series, but there's a bit there. As I remember, it's quite a big, epic story, The Foundation. Yeah, it's Apple TV. It's from 14th of July. There's more about it. Some of these big epic sci-fi series are quite difficult to adapt, especially on money. Now, this one is interesting, of course, because it's Alexander Skarsgård, and he's talking about Infinity Pool and other things, the Skarsgård family, but Infinity Pool is out, this week, I think, or next week. Oh, 26th of June it's out. Yeah, 26th of June on Blu-ray. So that is coming out. And that's directed by Brandon Cronenberg. And it sounds very interesting because it does look like it's got a very interesting concepts behind it. Now, this is interesting. I look at this and that excites me quite a bit. It's all these novels that have been done in the Target style by the writers of the scripts of their particular story. That is great. Now, I'll tell you what always interests me. Look here, 13th Doctor story. Now, this is a fact. This is a story called Kablam, and it's not a Chibnall story. There seems to be a lot of mythology going around that the whole of the 13th Doctor stories were written by Chibnall, therefore they're all terrible. Kablam, which was a very popular one, was not written by Chibnall. It was written by Pete Mutiger. And there's an interview with him here. I just like to, I know it's just been me, but you know, I there's one thing I don't like is people spreading mythology and not truth. And the truth is, Chibnall did not write all the stories, and they make it sound like he did. He did write some, or he collaborated, but there were other stories which were not written by him. Yeah, but generally this is good. I mean, The Waters of Mars, what a classic story that is of the 10th Doctor. That was one of those specials that he did. Planet of the Ood, I like that one. That one's in there. And then the Zygon Invasion, which is probably one of the classic 12th Doctor stories. Then there's an interview here. This might interest you. It's Joe Dante talking about Matinee. Yep, it's a film we did. Joe Dante, yes, the Joe Dante is in here. You don't get this online, I'll tell thee. Hey, buy it, you don't. There is more about the film. I think it's getting a release. It's on Prime Video and Blu-ray, it says. So it's getting a Blu-ray release, this film. Matinee, it's called. There you are. Hey, you don't get that, do you? Anywhere else? And let's have a look what else have we got. Now we've got some reviews. Yeah, we have got the first one coming up here. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. They're actually reviewing this. I'm a bit shocked. It's got 3 stars. Blooming heck. Yes. What can I say? 3 stars is massive. Absolutely massive to get that. So their opinion must be better than the last one. I don't know. It would be interesting to see that if there is any more positive reviews, or they're all going to be pretty damning. But yeah, it's fair enough, you know. But don't expect it to be better than the 1, 2, and 3. No way. But it could well be better than the 4th one. And then this one doesn't surprise me at all. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. A lot of people are going to rate this at the end of the year as one of the best films of the year. That's got 4.5. Excellent. Now, it's always interesting when a film gets talked about the director rather than the actors. And this is what I keep hearing about this film, Asteroid City. They keep saying, it's a Wes Anderson film. And it has a certain style. And they've given it 4 stars. Asteroid City. There it is. Now, Elemental, just looking at that I'm surprised they've given it 3. It just, yeah. It looks awful. I shouldn't say that, but it does. Now, there's the Stephen King film. It doesn't surprise me. It's been given 2.5. bogeyman. Stephen King films, a lot of them are really good, but there are ones that are not sort of misses sometimes. Could that be a miss? I don't know. Some of the opinion has been, I think, divided on that. Then we've got Little Mermaid, which has been talked about and talked about. They've given it 3, which I don't know. I suppose might. I've heard more positive stuff than all negative about that. I think a lot of it was to do with conceptions about the casting in Little Mermaid. But yeah, so Little Mermaid's got 3 stars there. We've got a series review here called Citadel Season 1. The title always sounds interesting, but whether it's any good, I don't know. It's I'm trying to work out where it's on. It doesn't say here, but it's obviously on. Oh, it's on Prime Video. Prime Video. There. So you want to take a look at that if you've got time. There's trouble with all these series. Oh yeah, and this is mentioned before. I just like the title amused me. This is on ITVX, is it? Count Abdullah, which is it sounds a comedy. It sounds very funny. Faith, thangs, and tons of fun. That could be quite funny, yeah. Then that Yellow Jackets, I've seen that mentioned a few times. It's not something that I've been really drawn to. Black Knight Season 1, Postman Apocalyptics. Another series. Actually, it's on Netflix. It looks like the sort of Hong Kong kind of cinema influence, martial arts and all that kind of stuff. Then, oh my, look at that. That looks absolutely awful. Star Wars. This is how bad Star Wars has become. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. Look at that, how bad it is. Look. I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but yeah, that's how bad it's become. And then there's this box set, which a lot of people have talking about. It's the Empire of Screams box set. They've given it 3. There was one film I've already got in here, which is Dolls, which I really like. Dolls I picked up ages ago. Very cheap it was. And it's a really good film. That's it. I know is in this box set. Yeah. And then, well, Pearl. What a film Pearl is. Pearl, it's just amazing film. It's a film that you immediately want to watch again. It fits in beautifully with X. I love X. X and Pearl. What films? They're brilliant. I just can't talk about them enough. But Pearl, what a performance. Bring Maxine on quickly. We want Maxine. And then we'd have a nice trilogy of films. And Maxine's, I know it's going to be good. This film, Pearl, wow. Yeah, I agree about there's only 2 documentaries on the extras. We could have done with a lot more, but it's better than no, as they say. But I suppose eventually, going way into the future, we might actually finally get a 4K versions of them all. The Changeling, that's got a massive 4.5 as well here. That's a box set, I think, that's come out fairly recently. Has had a lot of positive reviews. A lot of people like that. Then I saw this box set, Mexico Macabre. It's all sort of Mexican stuff, Mexican cinema. And that's given 4. So it's always good to discover new things. Mexican cinema. Now, this has surprised me because I've had so many negative reviews about this. Well, I say negative, but very, not kind of bothered. It's 65. It's got 3.5. Yeah. A lot of people, I think the criticism was there weren't enough dinosaurs and monsters and what have you. But it seems to have some people have liked it. You know what you get with a film like that, I think, and I think it might have delivered on that sense. It's not going to be outstanding, but there is. I think that's nearly it. Oh, we've got some more reviews here. The Non-Walking Dead. Now that is definitely Hong Kong cinema. Definitely this is. Yeah. Hopping Mad. Then The Nutty Professor surprised me as a release. Came out. That's given 3.5. That's Jerry Lewis. Shazam, Fury of the Gods. I am surprised at that. 3.5. From what reviews I read, a lot of people really weren't impressed at all. The fatigue was definitely setting in watching that film. That's what I can say. Definitely. Oh yeah, there's just a bit here. It's not a big review. Infinity Pool is here. Yeah. Now that looks more interesting. It looks as if it's got a weirdness to it as well. But very interesting film. Compare it with that, and what's going to be win straight away. Infinity Pool for just being Infinity Pool, not being another superhero ball fest. And just a quick mention: The Lighthouse, Arrow video set I know has come out. Lighthouse, again, imaginative filmmaking, really interesting. Won't appeal to everybody because they'll say it's too weird, but it's well worth watching. I would watch that if I were you. Back I would. And I think we're getting near the end now. I know I've gone on a lot. There's some more comic stuff. There's about a Superman one there. Normally we have a lot more of the audio broadcast. We've got some games. The Star Trek Resurgence. If you're a gamer, that is reviewed there. The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. That seems to have a massive support and love as well. I don't know much about these. Gollum one, on the other hand, Lord of the Rings game, has only got 2, so they're obviously not impressed with that. But I don't know all these things. And there's a Stephen King novel just come out on paperback called Fairy Tale. There we are. That's it. I'm sure you've had enough by now of me going on. But I've tried to get through it reasonably quick, but I nearly got going. I know. If you're new to this video, please subscribe if you've enjoyed what you've seen, and just look at my playlists and see what I do, all sorts of things on here. And if you've liked the video, please give it a like. Helps with algorithms, and say it all costs note. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. And there's lots of things to be excited about still, isn't there? There is, yes. It's not all doom and gloom, is it? There's people still being creative, people still putting out great things, and let's enjoy them and celebrate them. But we can also have a laugh as well about things as well. Why not, indeed? Hey. So, all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.